Andrew Tate's name was everywhere this year. In fact, he was the most searched person on Google in 2022. When it comes to breaking social norms and boundaries, he is the king of uproar. Calling people suffering from depression and having all sorts of mental illnesses lazy is ridiculous, to say the least. And the guy might not even think this way. We don't know for sure, but I'm really curious why so many people fall for it. So in this video, I want to analyze some statements made by Andrew Tate and someone who's well familiar with another great athlete, Triple G, another big name celebrity athlete who managed to earn his money not scamming a younger generation, unlike Andrew Tate. So in his final video message, Andrew Tate said that he actually loves women and genuinely wants a better life for them. He even donates some money and is looking to open a foundation in the future to help women in need, which is quite controversial to his official standing about women and them being a man's property.
So that is you saying that women are your property.
It's not about being property. It's about the fact that she belongs to him and the intimate parts of her body belong to him because they're in a relationship. And if she wants to sell those, he has a stake in those intimate parts of her body.
So it's reverse. Male porn star owes the woman.
I don't know, because I think the women belong to the man. I think the woman's
that's inherently where you get called sexist for.
Realistically, it's not 100% black and white with what Andrew really feels about the ones that he mentions in his podcast videos, but whatever comes out of his mouth becomes a sensation, generating millions of views. But why do so many people really follow him? I think it comes to his sophisticated marketing and business models that look brand new on the market and sound new to his younger audience. But these guys existed all the time. It's just Andrew who popped up all of a sudden out of nowhere 3 months ago. After winning 4 world titles in kickboxing, he thought that he's not earning enough, and fighting was not sustainable for a long time, as careers in sports are usually short. So therefore, he ended up opening controversial business ventures in Eastern Europe, and together with his brother Tristan, the Tate brothers ran a fraudulent web scam business and later created a website called Hustlers University, where he and his well-to-do friends taught young people how to make money for a monthly fee of just $49 plus tax. So $49 per month is not a great amount of money, I agree, when you have access to a celebrity persona or an influencer who's ready to give you an advice about relationships, your life, your career, and your business. But what's really outrageous is that he states that his education costs less than the cost of any accredited college education, and Andrew used this argument that those universities do not teach their students financial literacy and graduates do not make enough money quickly enough, which is the main selling point of this get-rich-quick courses.
You can skip university, you can buy my program, and I guarantee you will know everything you need to know. Have you ever seen a college professor with an S53 and a McLaren and a Lambo and an Aston Martin standing next to a Porsche? No, you've never seen any of this.
So saying that someone with a traditional education cannot accomplish big achievements in a short time is inaccurate and lacks sufficient research. So what else would you expect from a man who runs illegal businesses and has little education in his life? His first 2-0 university was shut down because of massive platform upgrade, and now he has another website running 3-0 Hustlers University that is actually running until today. And I checked it a few days ago and it was working. Although I have nothing against experts in their fields who teach some courses, I do object the practice of promoting the idea that one solution is superior to another simply because I told you so, and I'm the one who tells you the truth. It's not a surprise that he has been permanently removed from services like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and shortly after those bans, Tate also deleted his account on Twitch, the Amazon-owned live streaming platform, most likely because he wanted to ditch someone first. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from his 1-hour-long, non-apologetic final message.
My life has always been difficult. I've certainly had a difficult life. I preach to the people who follow me that as a man, trauma and difficulty is extremely important because it's the building blocks for mental fortitude and physical fortitude.
The fact that someone had a difficult childhood, has a strict parent, and is a person of color is not convincing. I was born in the Kazakh Republic where corruption is now killing the middle class, and surviving in the streets was predominant back in the days when Andrew Tate was growing up. I actually have family members who know Triple G personally and who grew up in the same poor and dangerous neighborhood. This is what's interesting about people with different mentalities. If you're not boxing or kickboxing, whatever, you may never know this, but Triple G's 2 older brothers were were killed in a street fight, which is likely what inspired Gennady and his twin brother to become boxing fighters. Therefore, I'm not convinced by the argument that if you had a difficult childhood, it should make you heartless and you can treat the world as if you were a victim that shaped you later, and that you are now a product of that unfair system, and now you have all the right to treat the world unfairly too.
What I have done is I've allowed certain narratives to gain traction, which I shouldn't have allowed to gain traction, because they didn't personally bother me, because I know they are false.
The only reason he allowed the traction of that out of context narratives is because you can become an internet sensation in a matter of seconds, and after that you cannot control anyone else.
I live with a very, very pure heart. I'm a religious man. I go to church, and anyone who follows me in detail knows I donate huge sums of money to the church. And as long as I knew the truth of my heart and God knew the truth of my heart, I wasn't interested in lies being purported.
I'm not really sure which religion Andrew is referring to, but gambling is not permitted in all religions. In Christianity, for example, the very nature of gambling as a means of making money at the expense of others was seen as contradicting the Bible. The Roman Catholic Church takes a more liberal stance on gambling, and lucky strikers are not considered sinful. Orthodox Church agrees with the Catholic Church. The same goes with Islamic religion that recognizes only two types of deeds, haram and halal. Even if you are religious and have a pure heart, I'm not convinced that religion will save us all, because religion is fraught with controversy and can be very harmful to ordinary people who don't obey this religion. And historic atrocities were committed all the time, and here's a fresh example of how religious missionaries Christianized Aboriginal children.
For more than a century, Indigenous children in Canada were taken from their homes and sent to residential schools to forcibly assimilate them into white society, and thousands were never seen again.
I do have a problem with false criminal accusations when I do not have a criminal record, and I have never had a criminal record in any country on the planet. I do have a problem with this.
I agree that a person is innocent until proven guilty, but he was charged with criminal activities such as human trafficking, and the fact that he was under investigation is true, but he was not arrested because there was not enough evidence, and that's why he is right here.
I'm going to be starting a foundation, the Tate Foundation, which is going to be dedicated towards charitable acts of both genders.
I just hope that he pays attention not only to those who thank him in messages and comments and pay him his fees. I do hope that Andrew will help both genders, women and men, equally. And God only knows if he ever adds transgender people to his foundation profits. If you like this video, just hit the bell not to miss my future videos. Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.